Hello and welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, you are going to learn on how you can model the 3D rebar on a slab as you can see from the model that we have here. Okay, now if I just hover my cursor there, you see that we have different sets of rebar in both directions, both at the top and also at the bottom. So you are going to learn how you can model the rebar just like this. If I just go to the top reinforcement detailing, you will learn how you can detail the rebar after modeling. As you can see, that is the top rebar. You're able to create all the details that you need in terms of detailing on the top slab. Okay, so this is what you are going to learn on how to do this. You can also go at the bottom there, that is bottom reinforcement detailing. You can, add all the detailing and annotations and much more, as you are going to see in this lesson. So I just want to ask you, if you like what I'm doing on this channel, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and also like the videos and click the bell notification. That way, once I upload a new video, you should be able to know that I've uploaded. Okay, so without wasting much of your time, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to open a new file. I've already opened a new file. I just use the structure template. So go ahead and start a new project. So this is a new project that I've started. The first thing that I'll do, I'll just go to south elevation there. I just have level 1 and level 2. I'll check the height there, and I want this one to be 3 meters, 3M on your keyboard, enter. As you can see, it's 3 meters from level 1 to level 2. Then go to level 1 up there by double clicking and start creating your grids there by going to structure, click on grid. I'm just going to have 3 grids, vertical grids. Click the first point, second point, modify. Then on the first grid, I'll just type 1 there inside and click outside. Then I can just click on that grid or just go to structure, click on the grid, and I'm just going to have about 3 grids. One here, another one right there. Actually, I'm going to have 4 grids. Okay, then that one there, click on modify. Then I'll simply change the spacing. That one is going to be 5 meters. That's fine. The next one, this one, I'll click there and I'm just going to give it 6 meters. Then the last one, select on it, click there. You can just type 4.6 m, enter. As you can see, it adjusts like that. Then I'll click on that grid. I can go to structure there, click on grid there. Then do the horizontal grids, the first point, second point, modify. Double click there, start with A, click outside. Then select on that. I can copy if I want by clicking on that point and just have 2 more like that and click on modify. Then I'll select on that and I'm just going to have 4,500. You can type 45 if you want, click outside, select on this one. If you want, you can use meters. For this one, I want to have 4 meters. I can select on that, then 4M and enter. Still the same thing, then click outside. Then let me just drag my grids somewhere here to just clean up my view, then drag it right there. As you can see, we have the grids and the levels. Okay, now start modeling our columns. Just go to structure, click on column right there. Then from here, you can pick the column that you want. I'm going to use the 250 by 250, select on it, click on edit type there, and you can verify from there B and H. This is 250, 250. Okay, then click on OK. Then on top here, make sure that you pick height because we are on level 1. We want our column to start from level 1 up to level 2. So there, pick level 2 and just place the columns just in this simple manner. If you want, you can click at grids while in the column command and select all the grids and click on finish. Right, and click on modify. If I just go to my 3D view, see that I have the columns right there. Now let me go to level 2. Okay, let's have our beams right here. Go to structure, click on the beam. Then from the properties there, pick the size, for your beam that you want to use. I want to use the 250 by 500. Okay, I'll select on it. If you want to check its actual size, what you are seeing here is just a name. So make sure that you check, you click on edit type and make sure that you have the correct size. You can type in the size if it's different, you know, to what you want from here. But 250 by, okay, make sure that I open that arrow. Make sure that 250 by 500 is what is appearing here because that's what I want. Okay, then click on OK. Then I'll just pick the line from there, you know, pick that point and that point. Can go ahead and keep on clicking, but if I want, I can go to on grids, click there, select all the grids like that, release the mouse, you can see the preview, then click on finish. You see that you're going to have all the beams there. Then I'll just escape from there. Okay, now in this case I don't want that beam. I'll delete from the keyboard. Also the column, I'll just delete it. Then I'll pick one of the beams, right click, create similar, and I want to have the beam from that point up to the center somewhere there and escape from there. Then I can click on the grid there, right click, create similar, then use the pick lines, then pick the center so that I can have the grid right there and click on modify. Okay, I can select on that grid and just drag it outside like that. Select on it, drag it down there. Okay, so I have all the beams and the columns. If I check there, everything is perfect. Good. So let me go to level 2, as you can see from there, and have my slab right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll just go to structure, click on floor, then structure floor. Then from here, I'll just use the 200 millimeter. I can check on edit, click on edit, then go to structure, click on edit, make sure that you have 200 there as a thickness. Then click OK, apply, OK. Then I'll just go here, come here, and I'm just going to use pick lines. I'm just going to pick the outer edge there for the beam there, this one there, then this one there. Then on this side, I'm going to use a line and pick that corner there and make sure that I pick the other corner. Okay, now see that it wants to be, you know, parallel to that face, but I'll force it. It's not parallel. I'll pick that corner and make sure that I pick that other corner like that. Then click on modify, then go to trim to right there, or just the arrow on your keyboard, pick that line and that line, that line and that line. Okay, to trim the corners just like that, just like that, and click on the green check mark. You can see that I didn't trim that corner, so I'll click on continue, click there, then finish. Okay, as you can see, we have the slab there and the beams. I'll just select on the symbol there and delete. Now I want to just indicate to you that, let me just first of all drag this one outside. If you go to show hidden lines, if you are not able to see the beams hidden there in hidden lines, you can come here where it says show hidden lines. For example, if it's on none there, you are not going to see the hidden lines. So make sure that you pick all, then you're able to see the beams like that. Okay, now let's have our opening right there. So just go to structure, then click on shaft opening, then just use the rectangle, and I'm just going to have my opening like so. Okay, then click on symbolic line, click on that, then pick the line from there, or maintain thin lines, and just create your, make sure that it's I'll hold Ctrl Z. Make sure that you pick the corner there. This is a symbol for our opening. Pick that corner and that corner, then click on the green check mark. As you can see, we have our slab, the beams and everything. Go to the 3D view. As you can see, everything is okay. Go back there, then let's start placing our rebar on the slab here. Okay, so I'll just click on the slab right there. Then what you need to do is to click on rebar, just click on OK. Then make sure that you pick the rebar that you want to use. I'll pick Y16. Okay, then make sure that you pick the shape code from there. I'll click there. You can even choose it, pick it from here if you want. So I'm just going to pick on expand to host. This is Revit 2022. Then pick near cover reference and parallel to cover from there. Then I'll just hover my cursor there. You can see that if I just move it, it goes vertical and perpendicular, but still in section. So if you want to change it, make sure that you click on space bar like that. You can move there, space bar. Okay, like that. So you're able to move it anywhere. If it's in section, just tap space bar like that. So I'll place somewhere there, click. Okay, then I'll just click on modify. What I'm going to do, I'll select on it. Then I'll just drag it so that it ends there. Click outside. As you can see, we have our rebar set there. Then I'll still go back to this one. I can select on that. Click on rebar if I want. I'll come back to the same command, or I can just escape from there. I can select the same rebar, right click, create similar, or another option, let me just escape. I can select on the rebar, then CS on your keyboard. You still have this, you'll be in the same command. So I'll just go on top there. Now, before I proceed there, let me just click on modify. I'll select on that rebar set. I'm just going to drag it up there to snap. I want this rebar set to end up to somewhere there. Okay, this is the first one. The reason why I don't want to go all the way up to the end is because if I go to annotate, click align dimension, pick that point up to that point, you see that this is 15.6, which is more than the stock length for the rebar in my region, which is 12 meters. So I need to lap it somewhere here. So I'll click on modify, select on it, CS to create a similar one. Then just somewhere there, then it's in section, space bar. Okay, I want it to be horizontal. Just try to move your cursor like that. Space bar, space bar. Okay, space bar. As you can see there, it's okay now. I can click on it, then modify. Then here, I'll just select that rebar set and drag it and make sure that I just release it somewhere there. Okay, it's overlapping, but make sure that you remove the last rebar there so that you don't have a duplicate by just clicking that box there. Then once you select there, you see that you don't have a rebar there, the last one. Then I'll just drag it somewhere there to leave it somewhere there. Then instead of clicking there, I can still click on the rebar there, then click on copy. Then I'll just, just pick that point and just drag it up to somewhere here. Okay, then click on modify. Then it's just a matter of selecting on that rebar, then drag it until it snaps to the cover like that. If it's not snapping, we have the tool that you can use. Let me drag this side also. Okay, closer to the cover somewhere there. So since you are not able to drag, if you want, you can select on it, then go to edit constraints. Then what you need to do is to pick the the end for the rebar and also the cover like that. Once you do that, change the number to 0, then click outside and click on finish. Then you have locked it right there. I can do the same on the other side. Select on it. You see that is the cover. Then edit constraints, pick the edge, pick the cover, then type in 0 right there and click outside, then finish. Okay, then click outside. So I'm happy with this one. Okay, then I'll continue. Select on that one, just copy it so that you don't waste time. Click on it. Then from here, I'm just going to have rebar somewhere here. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll click on modify, select on that, and I'll just reduce it like that, or just drag it all the way up to the end and drag this one like that. Then I'll just deactivate the thick lines, then select on that, drag it until it snaps there, then remove the last rebar by clicking that check mark there. Okay, then on top, just drag it all the way until it snaps on top there. But this time we don't want to remove the last rebar, so make sure that you activate it. Okay, so select on the rebar, make it thick lines, select on the rebar once again, then it's like I don't have the last rebar. Where is it? Okay, so I'm just going to, okay, as you can see, I'm able to drag it and snap there. If you want, make sure that you constrain it there. Okay, so as you can see from here, if I just deactivate the thick lines, I have the lapping here. So I'll select on that, just drag it here. Then I'll come later on how you can fix the lapping here. But I just want to mention to you that for lapping, make sure that you refer to the code in relation to if the rebar is in tension or compression. So check the code that you are using for the lapping. Okay, so once I do that, I'll come here. I just want to have some rebar from here up to there. So I'll simply pick that one, then click on copy, then pick that one and just place it somewhere here, modify. Then from here I'll pick the set there, rebar set, then drag it up to the cover. Okay, somewhere there. Okay, again, if you want, you can use the constraints, but I'm happy with what I have there. At the end, that is okay. Then for this one also, I don't want to go all the way up to the end because it's more than 12, so I'll leave it here. Then I'll copy that one on top, just like that, and click there and just drag it somewhere there. Then modify. Then the same thing, just click on that, drag it there until it snaps there. Okay, you can see that if I just remove there, I have the rebar. Then I can select on the rebar set there, drag it until it snaps somewhere there. All right. So I'm happy with what I have. So you can go ahead. If you check here, you see that I have different rebar sets from here, as you can see. So now for this part, I also need to make sure that from that end to there, it ends up to somewhere here because it's more than 15. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to place the rebar all the way up to the end. So I can still go back to there and click on rebar. Okay, then make sure that space bar there. Okay, so I'll just place it there, click on modify, just click on the rebar set there, drag it all the way until it snaps up to the cover there, as you can see. Then drag it down. Okay, so that, let me just activate the thick so that I see where I'm supposed to end my rebar set. Select on it, then drag it up to there. Make sure that you deactivate the last rebar. Okay, now at the end here, it needs to follow, the angle there. And what you are going to use, make sure that you select the rebar and click on varying rebar. Click there. Let me just drag it inside there. Click there. Let me try to drag it all the way up to the end. Click on varying rebar set. You see that it's going to cut there. Okay, then if I just drag it down, you see that it's going to respect, the end there, and drag it up to the cover there. Again, as I mentioned, get used to making sure that you use the constraints. I'll select on it, then edit constraints. If I just zoom in there, I can pick the face. I hope I'm picking the face. Select on the face and also the cover. Then just make sure that you have 0 there, click outside and click on finish. Okay, so we are done with the rebar, okay, in one direction. So what I'm going to do is to first of all now specify the lapping here. Okay, now let me just indicate to you that make sure that where you are putting the lapping, if I just go to the picture there, you see that on top here, this is according to Eurocode. On top here, if you have the moment there and the moment down there, make sure that where you're having the lapping there, it's not on top there, because you don't need to have a weak joint. If you do a connection right where you have higher moments, you are trying to create a joint which is weak. Okay, so make sure that it's outside the maximum moments. Okay, so I'm just going to have my lapping somewhere here. Okay, make sure that whatever you are doing, the kind of moments that you have on top. Okay, so do that, and also the lapping that you are supposed to do there should be according to the code that you are using. Okay, so I'll go back there. For my lapping here, I'm going to use what we call two-way constraints in Revit 2020 and also 2021. I'll select on that, then click on edit constraints. Then you can see that I have the two edges. So I'll pick the first edge for this rebar set, then pick the second edge for that other rebar set. You have the two-way constraint. Then here, depending on the calculation that you've done for the type of rebar that you are using, type in the that dimension. For me, I'm just going to use 800 there for my lapping here. Then click outside. As you can see, it adjusts, and then I'll click on finish. Okay, the goodness with the two-way constraints, if I just uncheck there, the goodness with this one is that if I just select on the rebar and drag it, that lapping is going to be respected. It will not change. So it's just a matter of now placing where you want the lapping to be, taking care of making sure that it's not within the maximum moments for your design. Okay, so for me, I'm just going to have the lapping somewhere there. Then I can go ahead and click on that one, click on edit constraints, pick that edge and pick that edge. Then I'll maintain the 800. Make sure that you calculate according to the code that you are using for the lapping. Then click outside, then click on finish. Then I'll select on that and simply drag it. Okay, if I want to be maybe somewhere here, okay, to align maybe somewhere there, then click outside. So as you can see, we have rebar in one direction. If I want to have rebar in the other direction, for this one, if I go to annotate align dimension, I check there, see that this is less than 12 meters. So I'm not going to, to split the rebar. Okay. So I can still select on the slab there, then go to, not edit boundary, but rebar. Okay. Again, make sure that you check the rebar that you are using. I think shape code 20 is okay. And I'll still maintain the same one. You can go ahead, make sure that the rebar that you are modeling here, even the lapping points, the top rebar and the bottom rebar, make sure that this is according to the design. But I want to show you the workflow of how you are supposed to, to model the rebar and also detail. Okay. So from here, I'm just going to maintain Y16. What I can do, I can just over the cursor there, then space bar. You see that it's now perpendicular there. Click there in the short span. I have the rebar right there. Then click on modify. Now make sure that it's not going to to cut where we have an opening. So just drag it outside like that, and make sure that you snap somewhere there, as you can see. So we have one rebar set right there. Then I'll select on that, right click, create similar. Okay, then I'll move on top there, space bar. Okay, let me try to space bar. Okay, if that is not working, let me do it at the end there, space bar. Okay, here it's working. So it's just a matter of clicking space bar and moving your cursor, then click on modify. Then I'll select this rebar set. Then for this one, I'll just end it up to the center there. Then I'll drag and snap it there. Okay, then drag all the way up to the end, but make sure that you check the cover. So end all the way up to the cover. Again, just activate that one or deactivate, it's too thick. Make sure that you use the constraints. I'll select on that is the cover. So edit constraints, pick the edge there, then pick the cover and make sure that you have 0. I think it's 0 there. Then click outside and finish, meaning that you have locked it there. Okay, so for this one now, again, this one's supposed to align there. It's a varying rebar set. So I'll select on it, then click on varying right there. So let me just drag it outside. You see that it's going to respect there. Then I can drag it outside. Okay, like that. Let me drag it down. So if you see that, it means that you need to drag it outside so that it's within that varying rebar end, okay, or the slab edge. Then drag it down like that. Then I'm going to use the edit constraints, pick that edge and pick the cover, then click there and put a 0, then click outside and finish to lock it right there. Okay, so somewhere here I need the rebar, and somewhere there, what I can do, I can select on that rebar set, click on copy, just pick there and click there, then click on modify, then I can select on that rebar set and drag it somewhere there, and also drag this one. Let me see what I have here. Just need to drag it all the way until it snaps on that rebar set, but make sure that you deactivate the last rebar. Okay, then I'll select the rebar set right there, then drag it and snap somewhere there. Make sure that it's snapping on the cover. Okay, as you can see from there. All right, so what I can do, I can still select on that rebar set, copy it, pick that point, then somewhere there, modify, click on that rebar set and just drag it like that, then drag it up to the top there. We just want to cover this space. Okay, then just snap it there, drag it and snap it there. Okay, then okay, the last bar is unchecked. This side, do the same. Okay, then drag it down so that it's able also to snap to the cover, as you can see from there. So we are just remaining with this part. So select on it once again and click on copy. Then I'm just going to pick, that point there, then go down, just, place it roughly somewhere there, click on modify. Then if I just select there, I can drag it on top like that. Make sure that you use edit constraints. Okay, I've shown you, you can go ahead and do that. Then drag it down all the way up to the edge and make sure that, you lock it there. The reason why you're using edit constraints is that once you change, the size or the dimension changes, the rebar will follow because it will have been locked to the cover. So you can go ahead and do that. It's selected, edit constraints, pick the edge and pick the cover and just put 0 there so that you lock it, the cover, and click on finish. Okay, so make sure that for the rebar, make sure that you lock it to the covers, just like that. So you can see that I have the rebar on top there. If I go to my 3D view, you're not going to see the rebar here, but if I just select, everything here, I just go to filter there, check none, then structural rebar. Okay, apply. Okay, you can see that I've selected the rebar. Okay, I can change this one to visibility states. I want to make it solid, then just check those 2 boxes, click on apply. Okay, if I just zoom in, you see that I have the rebar there. Okay, now if I don't want to do this, okay, what I can do is, let me just go back to level 2. You can see that in 3D there, the rebar is intersecting there. So what you need to do while in this level, you can quickly create a small section. Go to view there. Let me just cut a section, a smaller one here, so that you know what to do. Click the first point, second point, modify, then double click to open the section. Okay, then let me just change this one to fine level of detail. As you can see, it's right there. So what you need to do is to simply select the rebar, just place the cursor there, then tab, select on the rebar, then click on edit constraints. Then what you are going to do is to pick the center there, then type -16. Okay, then just click outside, as you can see, then click on finish. Okay, as you can see, it's going to align. So do the same, cut a section all the way through and do that so that the rebar is not intersecting. Okay, so I'll go to level 2 and see that I have my rebar there. Then one thing I want to show is that you can show the colors for the rebar. Okay, we've just placed the rebar on top here. We'll go ahead and place the rebar at the bottom in part 2. This is just part 1 until we achieve what we have here. Okay, what we have here and what we have right here. And you can see that the rebar is both at the top and also at the bottom. So this is just part 1. Before I go, let me go to visibility graphics, VG on your keyboard, go to filters. Okay, add the filter. I've already created some filters here. We have one for top rebar and one for bottom rebar. So for top rebar, we have this one, top bar 16 millimeters. Let me just add it here. As you can see, this filter, okay, is the one that you can use to activate and deactivate the rebar. If I just select on it and click on apply, you see that the rebar disappears. If I just click there, click on apply, see that the bar is there. So I can use this one to even add the colors. Just click on OK, OK. Okay, right there, apply. Okay, and you can see that you have the colors. So once again, I'm going to end here. Make sure that if you like what I'm doing, once again, make sure that you like this video and also share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so see you in part 2, where we are going to complete until we detail, as you can see from here. So see you in the next lesson.